Hello and welcome back to another video, and today it is officially Halloween. And I sat on the idea about what I should put up for my Halloween post for a long time, and I eventually decided on a zombie safe house. So again, I just want to apologise that I slacked off a little bit this Halloween and I didn't upload as much as I was hoping to, but I do hope you enjoy what I have created here. Again, it only uses the Sim stuff. I don't use custom content unless it's a very specific reason. So I do use it for Snow White's dress and for my Disney Princess Legacy challenge, but I do not use it for just general everyday things. So I created a zombie bunker that used only the Sims 4 things. And if I may say so myself, it turned out pretty cool. I was a little disappointed. I fought for ages to try and work out a way to get the poles, what are they called, the beams, to go into the water, but you actually can't have beams in the water. So if you can think of a way to have made that work, you should totally let me know. So it's not a starter home. I thought about doing a starter home base, but decided against it because, I mean, who's got the time? You know what I mean? Like, I would say I feel like I'm pretty good at starter homes. I put a lot of pride and energy into doing starter homes, but I'm not that good at starter homes. That would be insanely hard to try and do something like this with just the starter home amount of money. So here I am just working on another layer, and I thought about having little towers in the corner, but then I decided that while I wanted it to look like a safe house and have some effort put into it, I didn't want it to have the biggest budget, so it's a bit of a cheap starter home. So here I am working on the third story, which is sort of it was originally the lookout story, but then I realised I forgot a bathroom. And somehow I actually forget bathrooms a lot when I'm building. And then I remembered my bathroom last minute and worked on it. So I really struggled with, what's the right wording here? I struggled building this house because I had to, what am I trying to say here? I struggled to put this house together because it kept trying to connect a whole floor across the layers. Eventually I got there in the end, and I do think it looks pretty cool from the outside. And there's a little hidden surprise later on that I think you guys will be really excited about, and I thought it turned out really, really cool. So there I was having the problem again down the bottom of it, wanting to make the entire floor a floor, but I'm like, yo, get out of here, that's not what I'm after. So here I am putting in windows for the place, and I'm trying to make it look really good. Yeah, I do think it turned out looking pretty good for a safe house. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this from the challenge, because, you know, I took that large gap there and so maybe everyone's forgotten. But I like zombies. I think zombies, I've dressed up as zombies previously for Halloween, and I just really enjoy zombies. So here I am building a secret basement, which really excited me, because for my secret basement, I built sort of a zombie experimenting lab. So it turns out the story behind this build is that these guys are not quite who we thought they were. So originally the whole idea was that we thought they were just a family trying to hide out, and they have this base here. But actually they're experimenting on zombie. They're experimenting on them. And I'm not sure if that bunker actually works down there. Like, I'm not 100% sure if the bunker is what I think it is, because I don't know how those doors work that came with I get to work. So anyway, I'm sure it will turn out fine. And here I am putting in lots of air vents and water pipes and like building it up. So it does look, it's a little bit of a makeshift build. I want it to look a little bit like it wasn't put together last minute. Like, they had a little bit of warning that a zombie apocalypse was going to happen, but they didn't have a heck of a lot of warnings. So they couldn't prepare. It's not like an insanely nice place. It's a little bit run down, it's a little bit old, so they are in a zombie apocalypse, and it does finish off the zombie apocalypse quite nicely, I think. So this is the end of zombies. So this is the end of Halloween, because it's Halloween today here in New Zealand, and so I'm not doing anything for Halloween myself. I think I'm going to surprise my new fiancé, and I'm going to make some little Halloween treats. But besides that, I don't think I'm actually going to, I don't plan on doing very much with my time or anything like that. So I just thought I'd edit this video, build it up, throw it out, and I actually think of all of the builds I put up for this Halloween month, this one here is my favourite. I did enjoy doing the starter homes, and I wish I could have made this a starter home as well, but for obvious reasons, I couldn't make it a starter home. So, it's not, but I did really enjoy it. And I forgot to have camera on for a chunk of it, so I apologise. Yeah. And I don't know if these chairs are able to be used. I know I probably shouldn't necessarily be saying that some of the stuff might not work, but it looks really cool. So, fingers crossed it does. And there are children in the space as well, obviously. You want to think about future generations. So this room here we're working on now is the kids' room, and this room here is the adults' room. So it looks really nifty. So we put in lots of kids' toys because we want it to look really kiddish. Like, we want them to have a home as well as the adults. I have no idea what I was saying because I had to leave because a bee flew into my room, and I don't like bees very much. I mean, bees are much better than wasps and I'd never kill it. So it's just flying around my room at the moment, so fingers crossed I don't get stung or attacked by the bee. Anyway, I mean, I'll move back into talking about the build. Yeah, here we are working really hard on the kids' room to make it look as creative as possible, but it's still run down because it's still a rundown kids' room. So we've got those those beds that came with outdoor retreat, but more importantly, look like the last-minute beds that have been thrown together. You know, like they didn't have time to sort of plan it out, but the kids did get to bring quite a few toys, and I would say that a couple, like in a normal zombie apocalypse, a couple of the Sims do go out and they find resources and they bring them back. So, you know, these guys aren't, you know, they aren't bad. And my favourite part is what I end up doing to the exterior of the place. I do think that looks really good. So I'm just putting the kitchen together at the moment. I want the kitchen to be functional, but, you know, the chairs might not be. But anyway, that'll be fine. They don't even eat in there because they'll eat with the kids probably. Down in the kids' room, they'll sit on the toddler bed while the toddler plays with blocks. We know what Sims are like. So here's the last-minute bathroom I forgot to add. So yeah, I mean, ideally you wouldn't want your bathroom in a third story. You'd kind of want the adults more up there and the kids down here. And then I thought the adults actually deserved to spruce up their room a little bit and have some more exciting stuff in there. So I do end up working on the kids' room a little bit more, which I think the adults room a little bit more, sorry. So I do think the adults room ends up looking pretty good, and here I am just cluttering up the entire house, because this is people's lives, you know, like, this is their world. So I wanted to put a little bit of effort into making sure their room looked really cool. And so up here I ended up putting in a playroom, because I figured downstairs there weren't enough stuff. So up here on this third floor, I put in like this giant playroom where the kids can actually come out and play when it's sunny outside, and a couple of the adults will come out and watch them. And then that last bed you saw me put in was like the watchtower bed, so that they watch from that third floor to make sure no zombies are coming in. But there are cameras everywhere, so they've got a pretty good understanding, because there's the control room and the adults room. And so we're wrapping up towards the end, and you guys didn't get to see what I've done with the backyard yet, but the pictures for the backyard are coming up. So I added in a nice train set into the back, as you can see a little bit there. So, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed my Halloween month, and you're looking forward to Christmas month, which I'm also doing a full month of Christmas, and that you guys enjoyed this build in particular, because this was my favourite build. So, thank you so much for watching this. I will see you guys in the next video, and stay toasty, guys. Bye!